I'm Yuta.
And today we have a special guest, Loretta.
Hi, Loretta. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, she's from the YouTube channel KemushiChan Loretta.
Yeah, and over there I usually talk about lifestyle, language, in general, whatever I'm kind of feeling that day. But today I'm taking over. I'm invading.
Yeah, invading the channel.
That's why I rose.
Yeah, so today we're going to be interviewing her about Japanese.
Yeah.
Now let's get started.
Let's get started.
Why did you choose to study Japanese among a lot of other different languages around the world? Why did you choose Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay, so secret. I was really into anime and manga. But the special new episodes were only released in Japanese because the translations were too slow.
Oh my god.
So I was like, I can't wait to hear what happens next, so I have to learn Japanese to hear what happens next. This is crazy. But we did it. We got here. And today, I'm still waiting for the next continuation.
Sounds like you were desperate.
I really wanted to know what
You were
happened.
desperate for anime.
I needed more anime in my life.
Well, what was that anime?
Well, I don't think you'll know it, but it was called Cardcaptor Sakura. And it was kind of like Sailor Moon. Do you know Sailor Moon?
Yeah, I know
yeah.
Sailor.
It was kind of like Sailor Moon, but better. Okay. Much better.
Okay.
Much better. It's like a girl with magical powers and like trump cards?
Yeah.
It's like that, but they all have magical powers. And she goes release! And then she saves Tokyo from disaster.
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
It was really cool.
What was the timeline?
The timeline was 20 years ago.
Okay.
And Tokyo was exploding with crazy magical creatures. And she had to get them back into the cards so that she has a full deck. Secret sounds. And yeah.
That is some really interesting flashback.
But that was step one. I
Okay.
promise you step two was more interesting. It got deeper from there. I actually made a friend. We talked. We got to be cool people.
Who's that?
We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. But yeah, it's eventually I decided I needed to learn for people. So I could have cool conversations like this, but not in English.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
For fun
So-
conversations.
Yeah, sadly, it's not a secret anymore because we're going to post this on YouTube.
Yeah. Where did you start learning Japanese?
Where?
Yeah.
In America. In high school. Right between math and history. It was crazy. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was very crazy.
What was the first problem you encountered when learning Japanese and how did you solve it?
At that time when I started, long time ago, there was nothing to use to study from. There was 2 books at the library. That was it. You guys know how to study with radio or TV shows,
Yeah.
or music, or Disney
No
Plus.
material for her?
There was nothing. This was before
Everything.
all of that
All of this
happened.
No
technology.
TV.
there was no TV, no nothing. So I had to go to the library and listen to these CDs that were Japanese for busy people and other crazy stuff. And they were to say hello, you say konnichiwa. And it's maybe, I don't know. It was very difficult. But the internet slowly started showing these little secret pockets of information, and I was seek and collect, and then I learned.
You're collecting material.
I really was, because did we talk about this before? I had a friend,
Yeah.
and she was so cool. She was Japanese, but we were in marching band together. And I played the flute, she played the drums, and I was I have to learn Japanese for her. And she taught me some crazy magazines. She brought magazines from Japan, and she brought different, I don't even know, like books and stuff. And I was so obsessed with these who are these cool people and these cool clothes with their magazines. And I learned very slowly. That's why it took so long. But yeah, I by the time the internet caught up, I caught up too. So here we are.
I guess it was worth it then.
It was
Yeah.
worth it. Totally worth it.
This is a mid-video test. Japanese test.
Okay, what? Oh, what?
For you.
No. Run away.
So, I want you to introduce yourself
Wow.
in Japanese.
Ooh, these guys
yeah.
are full on. Okay. 皆さんこんにちは。KemushiChan Loretta です。
好きな食べ物は何ですか？
鍋物。
鍋。
です
僕、キムチ鍋大好き。
キムチ、トマト鍋が好き。
トマト鍋を。
美味しい。
すごく好き。で、最後の締めをリゾートにするのがすごく好き。あんまり納得しないんだけど。
りょうちゃん納得してない。
じゃあ一番好きな料理は何ですか？クッキー？
じゃあハム。
ハム？
やっぱチャーハン。
チャーハンだ。
まあチャーハンは。
チャーハンは美味しいね。
趣味は何ですか？
ほとんど YouTube です。最近 YouTube しかやってない。いや、自転車、キャンプ、料理、犬との散歩、なんだろう、普通の毎日のやつ、なんでも、そんな感じかな。
じゃあ、今、一番したいことは？
旅行、
あ
海外旅行してみたいね。
どこに行ってみたい？
できれば、カンボジアとか。
カンボジア。
そう、遠いところまでちょっと行ってみたい。
I really wanna go.
Right?
日本語うまいですね。
どう
めっちゃうま
かな？
いっすね。
どうかな？
完璧です。
Your English is more 完璧。
で、
Thanks so much.
一緒に頑張ろう。
Yeah, and since we switched to English, that means she passed the test, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yay!
Congratulations.
10,000 points. What were the most useful, like, learning materials or books or stuff like that when learning Japanese?
So NHK,
NHK.
the like actual TV channel, and having the app now recently, radio programs, so like podcasts. I listened to one that was called SBS Radio, and it was like
SBS Radio.
it was Australian because there's so many Japanese speakers in Australia, but I don't think they do that one anymore. So other podcasts are very good. There's a lot of new podcasts. Like right now, what is her name? Naomi Watanabe, the famous person. She has a podcast, and a lot of people like to hear about like use her podcast. But hers is in English, I think.
Wait, she's not like fully Japanese, right?
No, she is.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. She's but everyone knows her. So podcasts are really big right now, and YouTube. I use a lot of YouTube. So there are books and there are like textbooks, but I found that they're too boring, and I will give up learning if I have to study.
Oh yeah, you can enjoy.
But I can enjoy watching
Because you're watching videos.
Yeah, like YouTube and things like that. So
you can learn while you like play it, like.
Right?
Yeah.
Like right now playing video games in Japanese, like I have Splatoon in Japanese.
Oh.
Or playing or just like watching Netflix with Japanese subtitles. Super great. That's like the best. If you can watch something with the subtitles, it makes it so much easier.
Plus, it's
to
easier
absorb.
to learn because you're having fun. You're a lot
Right?
more concentrated when you're like having fun, right?
Like when you're studying with a smile, it actually like goes in. But like when you're frowning, there's like no room for like learning to go in. It's like, there's no space for it. So yeah, Netflix.
That sounds like a great way to learn.
Keep smiling.
How long have you lived in Japan?
This time, 6 years.
6 years.
This time.
It's almost done.
Wait a second.
There's a before time.
Before time, wait, what if you put that all together?
All together, too much math, but over 15 years.
What?
Or something.
15
No,
years.
but over 15 years. So like.
That's like half your lifetime, right?
Cut.
You can keep it.
Cut.
It's been a long journey, but it got easier. It gets easier.
Well, do you still have like difficulties?
Oh yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, every time I think I learn it, there's a new word. Or every time I think I know something, there's people who don't know what I'm talking about. Like if I say, do you know Morning Musume?
No.
You see? When I learned Japanese, everything was about Morning Musume and Morning Musume music. So I go to karaoke and say, okay, let's play Morning Musume. And everyone says, what?
What's that?
You see, exactly. This is why it's difficult. I learn too slow for the generations. So I'm always kind of like
Trying to
catch up and trying to stay like trendy, but your trends are too fast.
Well, like, do you like ever get like embarrassed when you're like you talk to like other Japanese person and you're like, you mistake.
Oh, the worst is the phone. I'm like, blah, blah. Never mind. It's terrible. No. What? Hi. No. Carrots. Like, no. No. It's impossible.
They're like you you have to speak Japanese, but do you like sometimes accidentally like speak English like naturally?
So what's hard is sometimes I say something like, you didn't hear it.
What's that?
Sometimes I'll want to say a secret word like I don't even know what's an example. Like in business, this happens a lot. Like you want to use a fancy word and use the Japanese word, but then usually like my other friends or coworkers will just kind of use like katakana word. I would say like, oh, like this event we can go ahead and like chushi shite, and it's like, ja cancel. I'm like, wait, you can say cancel all time. So I don't know when it's okay to use katakana or Japanese.
You don't know when the time is to switch.
And then I'll make up words like katakana's okay, right? So then I'll say something like, okay, this book, read suru. And everyone's like, what? What? That's not Japanese. I'm like, but I use katakana, it works, right?
You use katakana too. Wait, what?
Where does it doesn't lead, like lead? Is it lead, read? No? I don't know. It gets crazy in my brain. But
that sounds like hard work.
Yeah, so sometimes I just don't say anything. I'm just like, anything's okay.
Is the Japanese proficiency test difficult?
The JLPT, right?
Yeah.
We call it the JLPT. And it's crazy. Super crazy. Hard. So hard. It actually really is. I think if you guys took it, you'd definitely pass all of it. But me, I'd have to study at least 10 years. Yeah, dude, it's pretty hard, but it actually gets easier towards the end because the highest level you just have to read really fast.
Oh,
really fast. If you're a fast book reader, then you're good.
Like this, really.
So do you think the Aiken test for Japanese people,
but upside down?
Yeah, so which do you think is harder?
Ooh, that's a good question. Somebody in a comment who's done both. Who would that be?
Who's done both?
I don't know, but whoever you are,
please do comment.
Let us know.
Yeah.
What do you think is the best way to improve your Japanese?
Ooh, watch more Netflix.
Netflix.
No, the subtitles. It's the subtitles, not the Netflix. The subtitles. Watch things with subtitles and play more video games.
Okay.
Only
subtitles
with subtitles.
Yeah.
Play games with subtitles.
Yeah, have fun with subtitles.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite Japanese word?
My favorite Japanese word?
Anything like that?
Ooh. It used to be Sentaki.
Oh, yeah.
But now it's Kentucky. No, now my favorite Japanese word is, I'm not sure.
Ichinichi-ju?
Yeah, all day long.
All day long.
It just sounds like a funny word to say. And it was actually the first, don't listen to that, guys. It was actually the first Japanese word that I learned that was crazy sounding to me. I was like, Ichinichi-ju? What is this word?
Ichinichi-ju.
It's just kind of fun to say.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Fun.
For today.
Yeah.
Was it hard for you to learn kanji?
It's still hard. I'm still forgetting. Somebody help me, please.
Okay, well, I get that you are having trouble with kanji, but how are you learning kanji?
Learning them right now, still subtitles. Everything is subtitles again. So recently, the only way for me to see them written is by what I'm looking at. I'm always looking at
textbooks and going, this kanji is in writing.
Yeah, no, I don't do that anymore.
You get sleepy.
Yeah, I fall asleep. So movies, TV shows with subtitles.
That's the legit way to learn.
Yeah.
Works for me.
If you were to give yourself a Japanese name, what would it be and what kind of kanji would you use?
Maybe something like Hana, like Hana,
Oh.
because my name means flower in English. So some kind of flower in Japanese. Maybe.
That's nice.
Maybe. Dun dun dun.
If you were to give us an English name, what would you name us?
Huey, Dewey, Louie.
We're little ducklings. What advice would you give to people who are trying to learn Japanese?
Write a comment in Japanese on this video, because the moment you start using Japanese, the faster you'll start learning it. So I would start writing comments, start replying to people, start using it. You have to use it or you will lose it.
Using it is outputting it.
Yeah.
So,
Use
Output.
or lose.
Output. So leave a comment about.
yeah, that's really important.
It's
Yeah,
very
you should.
important.
You shouldn't.
So yeah, whatever you want.
should
Tell
do
us
it.
something. Tell us your favorite Japanese word in a
Yeah.
comment
That would be really interesting.
in Japanese.
Now, we asked all the questions and we had so much fun. We were able to learn new stuff and we had some advice too.
Yeah.
So, everybody out there who's trying to learn Japanese, hope
Good
you
luck.
can listen to that and
Yeah.
and
You can do
comment.
Comment.
Yeah.
Like.
And check her channel out too because it's really good.
Yeah.
Subscribe to both channels.
Subscribe.
Like. Leave a comment.
And we will have a special guest in our next video. You might have guessed from the secret sounds. But we're gonna have a special guest. So stick along to part 2.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, so I guess this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching our video today. Make sure to subscribe, push the like button, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!